Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading an Arlecchino Listener by me, so let's get into it. The words on your vest have been etched there since the day you were born. A soft script that curls along the skin. What are you staring at? It's sad. It's a curious sentence, one that's often made you wonder, would you meet your soulmate somewhere strange? Under odd circumstances? Would they be someone unfriendly? Someone blunt? Or maybe they were simply caught off guard? Either way, for years, you waited for an answer, idly tracing those words on your wrist, as you wondered who could possibly greet you with such a guarded question, especially since that person just so happened to be your soulmate. It's strange, as a citizen of Mondstadt, that your life takes you to Fontaine so suddenly, on a job that you could not pass up. The city is beautiful, alive with fountains and a kind of elegance that seems to belong in another world entirely. You find yourself drawn to its shadows and side streets, letting the buzz of the city drown out the faint tug of nerves that always comes with being so far away from home. And then, in a secluded corner of Fontaine, you spot her. She is dressed in dark clothing, her sharp gaze serving the area with an alertness that's nearly predatory. There is a power to her presence, something that makes people glance at her and quickly look away. You're frozen, captivated by the woman in the dark coat, who stands out as if she were carved from stone and shadow. And your gaze lingers for just a little bit too long. And of course, someone as observant as Arlecchino notices. With a quick narrow-eyed look, she turns and approaches, her steps precise and unwavering, slow, in a way that's a little bit intimidating. And when she stops right in front of you, her eyes lock onto yours, with a cool intensity that makes your heart skip a beat. What are you staring at? The words hit you like a physical blow. They're yours. The words etched on your wrist. Your gaze snaps down in shock, and you see it in the same instant, and her eyes widen. The realization floods you both in a rush. This woman, the stranger with piercing eyes, is your soulmate. A sudden, inexplicable thrill surges through you, a sense of belonging that's as exhilarating as it is terrifying. But just as you open your mouth to say something, anything, her gaze sharpens, an unreadable expression crossing her face. She steps back, almost reflexively, her entire posture tensing like a spring pulled too tight. And without a single word, she turns and begins walking away. Wait! Please, wait. We are... You call after her, scrambling to follow, but she moves faster, her shoulders stiff as she rounds a corner, and you hurry, your heart pounding as you follow. But by the time you reach the bend, she has vanished into Fontaine's maze of winding streets, and you are left standing there, breathless, and filled with an ache you cannot quite explain. You finally found your soulmate, but it's not as happy as you ever imagined it would be. 4 days later, we spot her again, late at night, standing at the edge of a quiet canal. She is alone, her gaze lost in the water's rippling reflections. She has not noticed you yet, and for a moment you consider walking away, respecting whatever choice she's made. But you can't, not without knowing why at least. You step forward, the sound of your footsteps breaking the silence, and she immediately recognizes you as she looks up. You shouldn't be here. I think I should. We're soulmates. You know that. So why did you run away from me? She exhaled sharply, her gaze shifting away as though the very word soulmate makes her uncomfortable. I don't believe in that nonsense. It doesn't mean that we're meant to be together. You have no idea what you're asking for. But I do. I felt at the moment we met, it's not something you can just ignore. Her jaw tightens, and you catch a glimpse of pain flickering in her eyes, before she quickly masks it. I'm a harbinger of the Fatui. Most people don't like to associate with me. And I have enemies. People who would use any weakness they find against me. And a soulmate is the greatest weakness of all, she says firmly. But why does that mean we can't be together? I'm fine with that. Why push me away? We could face whatever comes together. Her lips press into a thin line. Because you're worlds apart, and you will never understand. They would destroy you. They'd take one look at you and see the easiest way to hurt me. You have no idea what you're getting into at all. The words hit like a blow, and you realize, in that moment, that her decision to leave was not out of cruelty or indifference. It was out of worry and fear for you. You're a risk that she's not willing to take, even if it means tearing herself apart in the process. But don't you think we at least deserve a chance? You say, your voice breaking a little bit as you dare to reach out, brushing your fingers against her hand. Don't you think we deserve to try? To decide, not them. Her hand lingers in yours, and for a moment you think she might relent, her gaze softer, the cold edge in her expression melting as she studies you. But then she pulls her hand away, her walls coming back up, stronger than ever before. This is for the best. It's better for you to hate me, to let me go. It would be cruel of me to reduce you to a pawn in my battles. Her words feel final, like a door closing, and yet you can see the conflict in her eyes as she turns the other way around, her arms crossed. I suggest you leave, and don't worry. I'll make sure no one knows about you. And you leave, and even though you're crushed, there's still an ember of hope in your chest. A belief that you were not just soulmates for nothing in the end. It'd work out, one way or another, and you'll make sure to see it through. Thank you guys for listening, and I'm really sorry for the irregular upload schedule. I have midterms at college, and also I'm very sick, so wish me luck, and hopefully I'll be able to get back on schedule soon.